Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and germs. Hope you're well. EDI Jester here. Right, okay, two things that you need to know about, two things that are very important. But before I do that, let's just set the scene a little bit, if I may. It is absolutely vital that you share this. That this video is shared along with the links that you will find in the description, which can be viewed by you on YouTube now. If you open the description, you can see the links to the things that I'm talking about. This is of the utmost importance, I kid you not. Share this video, please. I'm asking each and every one of you to do that if you can. The second thing is, what I'm about to tell you may seem credulous. It may make you credulous. It may make you not believe. It may make you think that I'm completely insane. But make no bones about it. What we have is a very serious situation here indeed. Essentially what I'm asking of you, even if you don't know me, you've never met me, you've never spoken to me, you're seeing this for the first time, is I'm asking you to trust me. And I know that that is a tall order. And I shall explain exactly what it is you have to trust me over. A report has been released today. Again, all the links are available to it, about RSHE, which is PHSE, which is about sex education, and in this particular incident in Wales. It is a report that's been put together by concerned parents who are obviously wanting to make sure that the best for their children is achieved within the schooling system. Secondly, I have a piece of information from the NHS, which has been in existence since January 2021, but which needs to be challenged very urgently by all of us. So share this. That's the best way to get it out to the maximum number of people. Now, if there are hard hitters or heavy hitters like people watching who may see this video, perhaps Baroness Fox or Baroness Nichols, maybe James, any of you that are big hitters, if you can tweet this when you see it, if you can retweet it when you see it, we need to get the maximum coverage. You need to write to your MPs. You need to be contacting your MPs and writing to them. You need to be making a fuss about this, about both of these things, and you need to be doing it as soon as possible before it gets any worse. So let me give you what is the brief executive summary of an investigation into R8 PHSE teaching in Wales, which has been completely taken over by queer theorists and gender ideologists and is going to be pushed to children as young as 3. The full document is available via the links in the description. I recommend you read it. It's 33 pages and your time will be well spent. To give you the executive summary, the academic approach to the curriculum is that of post-humanism and queer theory, which involves reconceptualizing and specifically sexualizing established concepts of the child. This is part of an ethico-political project known as queering, which I've spoken about before. This is an attempt to indulge in what is essentially a fantasist approach to the world, where humans are no longer human, they're post-human, like something out of some episode of Something Dreamed Up by Russell Watts' chops of Doctor Who fame. Now, in this particular programme of teaching that's going to be going out to schools in Wales with no parental opt-out, children and young people are considered to be sexual beings and standard from birth, and standard healthy development in infancy is reframed as that which is sexually motivated. Safeguarding and child protection is identified as an inhibitor to child's development, not as something that enables the development of the child. The curriculum code's sex-positive approach is grounded in socio-political activism, which endorses criminal sexual activity, including for and among children. And in terms of a child's sense of their self, it is named as gender rather than personality. This is inculcating gender at 3 years old in schools across Wales. This must be stopped. The post-humanist approach imagines a post-human society based upon various nutty theories, including queer theory, prioritised over human beings and human characteristics, all in the name of what they're calling inclusivity. In fact, it's about men. That's what it's primarily about. Men wanting access to things they can't have access to. The erasure and obfuscation of biological sex and the ideological redefinition in terms is essentially AK queering. They've got to redefine biological sex. This includes diverging from established definitions, including sex and sexual orientation. Sex will no longer exist as normal sexual orientation, which is the erasure of all gays and lesbians. We don't exist anymore. Moral considerations are deemed irrelevant to a sex-positive curriculum. There is no morality behind it at all. The curriculum was not created from a robust evidence base. There was no evidence used in it. Young people, parents, teachers, early years practitioners, school nurses, and all relevant stakeholders were not consulted during its initial phase of development. Who's behind this? Research in Wales was not undertaken in preparation for the curriculum. Any opposition is implied as motivated by the political new right. Folks, the left is so far left now everybody's the new right. This gives it a foundation, established foundation, the idea of the right to prejudge all criticism, including illegitimate safeguarding concerns, which are seen as dismissible. The curriculum's informing documents endorse parental alienation from a child's education and disregard for family life. There it is. The destruction of the nuclear family, or the idea of family full stop, in fact, whether it's nuclear or not, seen as there's various kinds at the moment, as there should be. The curriculum's informing documents endorse sidelining and redefining protected characteristics such as religion and beliefs in favour of its own pseudo-theological gender identity belief system. The post-humanist and queer theory approach used to inform the curriculum was ultimately built on the work of an alleged paedophile, Michel Foucault. It was found that these principles and approaches were foundational in the creation of mandated RSE code, raising issues of pluralism and safeguarding. Make no bones about it. If I said this to my warrior teachers, I'm sure I've said it to you folk before. If I was an alien buzzing the planet tonight with my mate, Alien 2, we'd look out and go, what are those funny creatures down there? Oh, look, well, we'll call them humans. Right, okay. There's two of them. Right, we'll call them male and we'll call them female. Men and women, all right? Yeah, I'm okay with that. And off we go. Make no bones about it. This is an attempt to unanchor the very roots and foundation of what means you can sit where you are watching me do this. Right? That's what it's about. It's about uprooting the very nature of our existence and undoing the categorization that led us from the Enlightenment to where we are today. Make no bones about it. And as if that isn't bad enough, here we go with the NHS. This is a statement from the NHS in reference to their 7 key principles. Again, the links are on the page below. Write to your MP. Write to your MP. Ask the questions. Right. The NHS provides a comprehensive service available to all. It is available to all, irrespective of gender, race, disability, age, sexual orientation, religion, belief, gender reassignment, everything except sex. Sex isn't there. Not only have the school systems drunk this Kool-Aid, the NHS is actively practicing it. That's what will be happening, is these people will be going into school and they'll be practicing queer theory and gender identity ideology with your children. And I need you to trust me about this. I need you to believe what I'm telling you because I need you to go and look. There'll be a number of links in the description that I put down below to organisations that already provide excellent resources in regards to this particular problem. And I urge you to go and have a look and see what they're having to say about it. But the simple fact of the matter is that the Welsh Government are allowing a belief system which is predicated on the activities of a swine of a man called John Money from the 1950s, and they've believing that a gender identity is a thing. This will now require government intervention. If you have the ability to get this to MPs, to get this to governments, to get this to anybody who's in the House of Lords, please do. Please use it as you need to, okay? But most of all, share it from YouTube to your social media. Because this will require government intervention to ensure that gender identity and any concept of it, which is actually personality, is removed from the public sphere. Full stop. There are no two sides. There are no two sides. I'm angry tonight and I'm sorry about that. Buy me a coffee, do the usual, become a warrior teacher, all that stuff, so I can keep going, for God's sake. But most of all, share this and write to your MP. Share this on your social media. If you see it on Twitter, retweet it. If you see it on Facebook, share it. We need to get the message out there that this is a situation whereby our public organisations are infected with a belief system that damages children. Gender identity ideology and queer theory. I hope you've got the message and I hope you will trust me. Nobody beeps tonight. No, too serious for that. Go, share, get writing, get commenting. Let's keep the conversation growing. Thank you very much for listening to me.